Welcome to another edition of Beat Diabetes and our Books and Quotes series. We're going to take up where we left off last time. I was comparing these two books by Mark Hyman. One is called The Blood Sugar Solution, which you might suppose that would be the one I would be the most in love with because I'm all about solutions for blood sugar, high blood sugar. The other one's called Eat Fat and Get Thin. And I'm not really so much about losing weight. Never been too much of a problem for me. But strangely, the second one I like better. Now, I mentioned this on the last one, and in this book here, it's almost pure nutrition information. Eat healthier, give up the junk carbs, give up the sugars, eat lots of healthy quinoa and beans, and he just doesn't sound like one of us low carbers, let me say, low carb, high fat, moderate protein type guys. And as I mentioned last time, I knew there was a problem when I saw that ex-President Bill Clinton endorsed his book, and so did Dean Ornish, who is like the ultimate low fat guru. I mean, if anybody hated fat, it would be Dean Ornish. And so when these guys were endorsing Mark Hyman's book on blood sugar, I thought, oh, this can't be too great. And he said some good things. It's not that it was all bad. The fact is, he's big on whole foods. He's big on lots of nutrition. And he's very much against sugar and white flour. So, I mean, that's going to help you if you just do that. But it's not really enough. And one of the tip-offs as to where his mind was at the time comes from something he says in this book where and this was written in probably 2011. It was published in 2012. He says, swings in blood sugar are the major driver of craving, so keep your blood sugar stable. Well, I can't argue with that. He says, eliminate sugar and artificial sweeteners. 100% of your cravings will go away. I've never felt like I have to eliminate artificial sweeteners, and I still use them moderately, not extensively. But one of the things he says in this section has to do with poultry, chicken in other words, and he also talks about eating good carbs, beans, whole grains, and fruit. Those are good carbs. Well, for a diabetic, those aren't very good carbs. Whole grains, not so good. Fruits are a disaster unless you're talking about the berries. Of course, an avocado is a fruit, but that's a different creature altogether. But when he talks about chicken, he recommends lean chicken. In other words, he seems to be against fat at this point. And I guess that's why Dean Ornish endorsed his book so readily, because Dean Ornish is against fat. And if you want to beat diabetes, you're going to have to eat fat, but you're going to have to overcome your fear of fat. Now, lo and behold, 4 years later, he comes out with this book, Eat Fat, Get Thin. And it seems like you want to say, who are you and what did you do with the Dr. Mark Hyman that wrote this book? Because you seem to be a different guy. Well, I think he really is a different guy. And I'm just convinced that over those 4 years between the first book about overcoming blood sugar, or a solution to blood sugar, and this one, Eat Fat, Get Thin, he changed. He changed dramatically. So let me just read from the cover of this book. From the little part on the inside, he says, true or false? Eating fat causes heart disease. Eating fat increases your risk of diabetes. You should avoid cholesterol and saturated fat at all costs. The more fat you eat, the worse your body functions. He says, are those true or are those false? He says, if you answered true to any of the above, prepare to be astounded. For decades, we've been told that the fat we eat turns to fat in our body, contributing to weight gain, heart disease, diabetes, and generally poor health. And yet, even with all our low-fat and non-fat products, we're heavier and sicker than ever before. What's going on? Could it be the most feared food group is actually the most helpful? And this whole book is saying what we feared so much, which is fat, turns out to be the very thing we need. Again, who are you and what did you do with this Mark Hyman? And when I thought it would be interesting to look and see who endorsed this book, and the endorsements are not nearly so long. And guess what? Dean Ornish is not there. Ex-President Bill Clinton is not there. Now, these are the low-fat guys, and Clinton doesn't really preach it, but that's what he practices. But Ornish preaches it with a vengeance. Cut the fat, cut the fat, cut the fat. He didn't recommend this book. Somehow, Dr. Mark Hyman has changed, and based on this, he's almost one of us now. One of the Jason Fung, Eric Westman, and all the low-carb guys, Dr. Richard Bernstein, and so forth. And he has a lot to say about why fat is actually good for you. Well, I'm not criticizing him for changing. He's changed for the better. And we all change to some degree, but a lot of times we get set in a certain philosophy, and you couldn't budge us at all. And to his credit, he has budged. He's not the guy that wrote that first book. And so let me just share a couple things. We won't go too long on this, but I find it fascinating that he's come over to the light side, you might say. He was on the dark side, now he's on the light side. So he starts his book with his introduction saying, what is the single best thing you can do for your health, weight, and longevity? Eat more fat. That's right, eat more fat to lose weight, feel good, prevent heart disease, diabetes, dementia, and cancer, and live longer. Well, of course, he's right. Fat is good for you if it's not combined with a lot of carbs. Now, if you mix carbs with the fat, all bets are off, and fat could actually be harmful. So if you're going to eat a lot of carbs, cool it on the fat. I guess in that sense, Dean Ornish and the other guys are right. But if you want to eat a lot of fat, you'll do yourself a favor as long as you keep the carbs low. He goes on to say, it's an understandable mistake, the idea that if you eat fat, it turns to fat on your body. It makes sense. Fat equals fat, right? Same word, looks and feels the same. He says this whole idea, which we have bought wholesale, is scientifically untrue. In fact, the science shows us the opposite. When you look closely at the data, it supports the idea that if you eat fat, you get thin and reverse heart disease and type 2 diabetes while preventing dementia, cancer, and other processes. I find that is just fascinating, how much he converted in 4 years, how much he changed. Well, the word's getting out. And to me, that's good news for diabetics everywhere. The word is getting out. Even dyed-in-the-wool, low-fat types and super nutrition people that think fat is terrible can change. And he did. Good for you, Dr. Mark Hyman. I'd love to know the processes by which you change. And in fact, in this book, he does mention a little bit. He says, I used to preach this, and now I preach that. Well, I learned it largely by doing a little reading, but mostly by Mike the Meter. One thing I decided was my biggest enemy was high blood sugar. I mean, that was it. That was my battle. That was my struggle. That was the thing that was going to take me out of this life and make me miserable for the years I had in this life if I didn't do that. So I quit worrying about fat. But when I did some reading and some research, I found that a lot of the guys that I respect that were saying carbohydrates can be a problem, sugar's a problem, so forth, they were saying, and guess what? You don't need to worry about fat. Well, that was a relief to me, because if you don't eat carbs much, and of course I do eat carbs some, I eat salads and so forth, but if you don't eat the high carb foods, you're not going to get full unless you do eat some fat and some protein. You got to eat something. And he has come to recognize this. Let me share one more of his quotes. He talks about how we went wrong as a nation, America did, and the world followed us. He says, it all began with the two big ideas about fat that have turned out to be wrong, dead wrong, in fact. He says the first was that all calories operate the same way. Since fat has more than twice as many calories as carbs or protein per gram, the natural conclusion was if you ate less fat, you'd lose weight. That, in effect, the fat you ate turned to fat in your body. Fat on your plate equals fat in your body. You want a fatty pancreas, you want a fatty liver, eat fat on your plate. It'll go straight to your liver and straight to your pancreas. And it's not true at all. You can eat all corn on the cob and you can get fatty liver. In fact, that's kind of how they do with this, with these geese, and they want to make, what is it called, farquhar or something like that? And they feed them grains. They force feed them grains and make their livers puff up like crazy. And we're sort of like that as well. And secondly, he says the second wrong idea was, since fatty cholesterol deposits caused heart disease and dietary fat, especially saturated fat, raised cholesterol, then the fat we ate caused heart disease. Seems to make sense, except the body is more complex than this simplistic conclusion would suggest. And the whole book is pretty much like that. We'll get into some more of the book later, but I'm just carried away with the change in 4 years' time. Some people take 20 years, 30 years. Some people will never change, but in 4 years' time, he went from the guy promoting the cool watch your fat and super nutrition guy into fat's your friend. It'll do you good. If you eat fat and less carbs and less sugar, or no carbs and or no sugar and just a few carbs, you'll do yourself a world of good, and you will. There are no guarantees in this life. We could be taken out by anything. But you're much more likely to live long and be healthy if you will drop all these carbs, junk carbs and otherwise carbs, and just have a small amount of carbs, the green leafy greens, and the low-carb vegetables, avocados, and so forth. And don't be afraid of meat. Don't be afraid of fat. Don't be afraid of eggs. Stop being so fearful of things that all these people that didn't know what they were talking about told you should fear. My mom died had a terrible 15 years before she died. And she had both her legs amputated. And I can remember her to this day talking about how she had to eat her egg whites and not the yolks, because that has cholesterol and that'll hurt her. And all those egg whites that she ate didn't do her any good. All the cutting of her fat, which is what they told her in those days, and going to low fat didn't do her any good. And it hasn't done our nation any good, hasn't done our world any good. And a lot of times we've given sugar a free pass. We've given junk carbs a free pass. And we focused on meat. Wrong. So good for you, Mark Hyman, Dr. Mark Hyman, who is a medical doctor and has come around to see the good side of things.
Benedict and I would like to invite you to study the Bible with us through our podcast. Join us in our home as we do our morning Bible studies. With a podcast, there's nothing to see, you just listen. And that means you can enjoy our Bible study while you drive in your car, go for a walk, or work out at the gym. Our podcast is called Discover the Word with Den and Ben, and you can find it in most platforms where you get your podcasts. And if you know nothing at all about podcasts and how they work, there's a link in the description that will help get you started.